Before I start this decode, I just want to say doing these videos is extremely difficult for me. It's not something I particularly enjoy doing. My whole worldviews have been flipped upside down. Life was definitely easier before I came across this knowledge. But I'm going to continue to do the work that I do and reveal the deception. And it's up to people whether they want to believe what I'm saying or dismiss it. And that's completely their decision. So I've been saying for a while now that professional sports are rigged. And I believe I can prove today that professional football's rigged. And I grew up wanting to be a professional footballer. I love football, especially playing it and coaching it. I will not watch it anymore. I will not. I've fallen out of love with the beautiful game. I really have. I believe the whole Super League shenanigans is a psyop. I believe people like Gary Neville are playing the role. Wasn't it strange how they all said yes and then they all said no? It's just to mess with people's frequencies and frustrate people and create anger and bitterness. And they've done it again, chaos, order out of chaos. And then they'll say, oh no, there's not going to be a Super League. Everybody cheers. But there were never going to be one, I don't think. So I'm going to reveal my decode for today's EFL Cup final between Man City and Spurs. Man City won this game 1-0. And the goal scorer was Aymeric Laporte after 82 minutes. And I'll discuss why it was him later in the decode. But like I said, guys, I know a lot of you watching these videos believe in what I do. You believe in the work that I present, and a lot of people dismiss it. And I'm sure it's very difficult to accept. It was for me. A lot of my friends are obsessed with football still, professional football, and they send me messages about this, that, and the other. And I'm like, I didn't watch the game. I don't care. I said, what's wrong with you? You're going crazy. I was like, no, it's just rigged. I'm not wasting my energy on this. And I'm going to show you in this decode now that Man City winning the League Cup again was all about the numbers. So let me show you here. Pep Guardiola wins in yet another ritual. So simply put for me, Pep Guardiola is a massive Jesuit and a massive Mason, and his success has been given to him. I believe the whole tiki-taka revolution was a genius move by the Jesuits. So the whole tiki-taka revolution was Guardiola getting his players to play short, fast passes where the opponents couldn't get near them. I believe they couldn't get near them because they wasn't allowed to. I don't believe the likes of Iniesta and Xavi are sensational players like I used to think. I think they were just allowed to do what they did. A few years ago, I started watching football and thinking, wow, they have so much space here. And the pace of the games are nowhere near as fast as people make out, especially when you watch like the games in Italy or Spain. They have so much time. If you go watch a semi-professional game or a Sunday league game or a game in the park, you don't get space or time. Watch a World Cup game, these people have about 10 yards of space in front of them every time. So I think these players are overrated. Of course, these incredible athletes, and they definitely look the part, but there's a lot of players who are playing in these top leagues because they have the bloodlines or the Masonic contacts. I've said now for over a year that the Premier League is owned by Masons, which it is. They established the FA, that's a fact. Alf Ramsey was a Freemason, the only guy to win a World Cup for England. There's Masonic lodges outside of many of the top club stadiums. So when I say this about the Masons, it's not a conspiracy theory if you research it. So let me discuss some numbers. Remember in gematria, every letter has a numerical value. And these numbers that I'm going to present to you are not coincidental. Josep Guardiola equals 153. Jesuit order equals 153. The Jesuit order, the Masons, they work together to create order out of chaos. They own all of the franchises in professional sports. They're the ones paying these players the big money. I like to see these players as slaves now. They get told what to do, or athletic actors, whatever it is. I wouldn't want to do it. My passion for the game is so high for actual football. I could not step on a field knowing that before the game, I knew what the outcome would be. I couldn't do it. I would give it up. I don't care how much money they would pay me. Guardiola equals 56, which is the number of the year. Society of Jesus equals 56, and Guardiola's clearly a member of it and a highly valued member, judging by his success. Manchester equals 43 and 56, and Guardiola equals 43 and 56. And that's probably one of the main reasons why he's there, because the numbers have to sync up. So let me just describe Guardiola. After retiring as a player, where he won 4 consecutive La Liga titles from 1991 to 1994, and also had glory in European championships with FC Barcelona, Guardiola was appointed as the coach for Barcelona B team and later as manager of senior side of FC Barcelona in 2008. Guardiola is a double UEFA Champions League winner, winning both in his era at his beloved Barcelona, a time when both manager and club were the best in the world by quite some margin. Again, that's because those Jesuits at the top, if you want to call them FIFA, whatever you want to call them, they allowed that to happen. They allowed that success to happen. But in his first season, Guardiola won the treble of La Liga, Copa del Rey, and Champions League, following it up with a Super Cup, UEFA Super Cup, and FIFA World Cup, FIFA Club World Cup in 2009. So again, this guy's not really got a lot of experience. He just coached Barcelona B. And then he comes in and wins the treble in his first season, and then goes on to win the Super Cup, UEFA Super Cup, and FIFA Club World Cup the following year. Again, it's not because he's a great coach at all. He might play the role of a great coach. And when you watch him, and even again, before I got into gematria, I would watch his antics, and they didn't seem genuine. It just seems so staged. And I bet if I watched the game now, like, I would just cringe at it all. So 14 trophies in 3 years at Barcelona signal to the world his elite managerial credentials. And by the way, Guardiola equals 43, and 43 is the 14th prime. And he leaves Barcelona with 14 trophies in 3 years. 3 equals 56. Like Guardiola equals 56. So Manchester City just emerged champions of the 2020-21 season's Carabao Cup after pipping Tottenham Hotspur 1-0 in Sunday's final inside Wembley Stadium. So today he won his 25th title as a manager. Given it, to be honest. He won his 25th title on the 25th of April on a day leaving 250 days left in the year. As you can see here, 25th on a day leaving 250 days left in the year, like 25. It was his 25th game coaching in the League Cup for Man City. Can you believe that? He gets his 25th trophy in the 25th game of coaching in the League Cup. MCFC equals 25, like Manchester City Football Club. He won his 25th trophy in London, and London equals 25. He won it 97 days after his most recent birthday, and 97 is the 25th prime. He won his 25th title on the 115th day of the year. This is a huge Masonic number. A huge Masonic number. Masonic equals 115. Freemasons equal 115. And they're the ones who run professional sports. The game was 1 year, 3 months, and 7 days after his 2020 birthday, like 137. 137 is the 33rd prime. I discuss that number all the time. Remember, Jesus died at 33. The highest rank of Freemasonry is 33 degree. I discuss this number all the time, usually in connection with Kobe, because Kobe equals 33, but this number is just huge, obviously with it being a master number. He won his 25th trophy on a Sunday. Sunday equals 33. He achieved that feat in England. England equals 33. He beat Spurs to do that. Spurs equals 33. The goal was scored by Laporte. As I mentioned here, Aymeric Laporte. Laporte equals 33. Remember I said the game was played on the 115th day of the year? Améric equals 115, the first name of Laporte, and he represents France. He's French, and France equals 115, and France is the home of the Jesuits. That's why France won the World Cup in a Jesuit ritual. Masonry equals 33. As you can see here, Man City won the game 1-0. 1-0 equals 33. And how convenient that Spurs sacked Jose Mourinho, a serial winner, right before a cup final, which makes no sense. You do not sack your coach right before a cup final, especially if it's somebody like Mourinho. And they replaced him with Ryan Mason. I'll say that again. They replaced him with Ryan Mason right before this Masonic ritual. Ryan Mason, a nobody, the guy who sacrificed his career to get this job, when we told he retired due to a fractured skull, is now the interim head coach. Who is that guy? I've discussed Masons before, like we have Mason Greenwood, Mason Mount, Mason Holgate, 3 young English talents who all came through the academies of Man United, of Chelsea, and Everton, Masonic clubs. When were there ever a Mason before? If you're watching this and you grew up watching the Premier League, tell me one player whose first name was Mason. You can't, can you? And now we have 3 of them who are 3 of the brightest stars in England right now. Young talents, Mason Greenwood, Mason Mount for sure. It was just ridiculous. I watched an NBA game the other day. That's the one sport I will watch because I win a lot of money on it and I have to witness the rituals live. It was one of the players wearing a Mason Mount shirt. I was like, oh my word. It's just so obvious. Ryan Mason's birthday leaves 201 days left in the year. Can you believe that? It's just a joke. So Ryan Mason, look, I'll get rid of the injury part. I just wanted to see what it was, and it was a fractured skull. So Ryan Mason was born June the 13th, 1991. And when you put in June the 13th, see how his upcoming birthday is on the 200, no, it's on a day leaving 201 days left in the year. Come on, man. The Jesuit order equals 201. So he retired due to a fractured skull. Fractured skull equals 54 and Jesuit order equals 54. Guys, it's awful for me to do this. I don't enjoy doing it at all, but these outcomes are predetermined. I'm not 100% sure how they do it, guys. I don't know if all the players know. I don't know if we are in a matrix. I don't know if there's black magic. I don't know any of that, but I don't know if I ever will know. But I know what I present here is not a coincidence. Look at all these 25s. Look at all these 25s, guys. He won his 25th title as a manager. He won his 25th title on the 25th day of the month, leaving 250 days left in the year, like 25. It was his 25th game coaching in the League Cup. MCFC equals 25. He won it in London, that equals 25. He won it 97 days after his most recent birthday. 97 is the 25th prime. Like, that's not by accident. All the 33s. EPL, which Man City are going to win again. EPL equals 33. I just, look, EPL 33. England 33. Like, it's so clear that the Masons run professional sports. It's so obvious. Like, look at this. Josep as well. It's called Josep Guardiola. Another 25. Another 25 to add to the list. His first name equals 25. So it's sad. It's sad revealing this. And it's exhausting. It's really exhausting. It's not particularly rewarding. Yes, I win money from it, but money, whatever. What is money? Something that they print off? makes my life a bit more comfortable. No, whatever. This stuff that I spend hours researching and decoding. And by the way, there's a really good decoder who actually told me about how he won it 97 days after his most recent birthday, and 97 is the 25th prime. An amazing decoder. And I'm going to leave the link in the description box of his Twitter because I'm not the only guy doing this. There's not many people that are able to do this because it is strenuous and exhausting, and it's emotionally exhausting. Anyone watching this video who knows me knows I was obsessed with professional sports. And now if I tell them I don't watch football anymore, they can't understand it. They can't accept it. I hate the fact that I can't watch it anymore. My friends, like, I've got nothing to say to them anymore. I noticed that 90% of our conversations were about football. And it was often just abusing each other. Ah, we beat you today. Ah, your team got knocked out of the Champions League. Blah, blah, blah. Who cares? When it's not genuine. Beautiful game is dead to me now at a professional level. But I will not stop coaching it. I will not stop playing it. I will always love having a ball at my feet. I will no longer support professional football, and I will do all I can in my power to show as many people as possible that professional sports are completely predetermined and rigged.